Have you ever felt chills out of nowhere, as if something invisible was around you? What if I told you this could be a spiritual sign that no one has ever told you about? Many people dismiss these moments, thinking they're just a bodily reaction. But what if it's something much bigger? Could it be that the universe, God, or the spiritual world is trying to send you a message? The Bible talks about this, and various cultures interpret chills as a divine sign. Maybe you felt this sensation during important moments in your life, but what does it really mean? Is it a warning, a confirmation, or a call to something greater? In today's video, I'm going to reveal truths that few people know about spiritual chills and how to interpret them. Now tell me, have you ever felt this during a special moment? Comment below, and let's discover together the true meaning of these signs. You know that moment when a chill runs down your skin out of nowhere? Science explains it as an involuntary bodily response, but spirituality sees something much deeper. Sudden chills can be signs of a spiritual presence around you, indicating that you're picking up on energies invisible to the naked eye. Many people report feeling chills while praying, hearing a powerful message, or simply reflecting on something important. This is no coincidence. It's as if the universe is trying to get your attention. Ancient cultures have always seen chills as spiritual manifestations. In shamanic traditions, for example, they are interpreted as the approach of a spirit guide or a sign that you're on the right path. In Eastern beliefs, chills can represent the activation of vital energy, the famous qi, flowing more intensely through the body. And if we pay close attention, we'll notice that chills often happen during moments of great intuition or insight. Coincidence? Hard to believe. Another common explanation is linked to the presence of the divine. Many people report experiencing intense chills when entering sacred places or during deep spiritual experiences. This could be a reflection of the elevated vibration of the environment or the proximity of a higher force. The Bible, for instance, mentions that the presence of God can cause trembling and physical sensations, a sign that the Spirit is manifesting. Did you just get chills? Maybe it's more than just a bodily reflex, but not all chills mean the same thing. Some could be warnings, while others might be confirmations that you're on the right path. That's why understanding the language of signs is essential. What if you could learn to decipher them better? Well, that's exactly what we'll discuss next. Many times, chills don't come alone. They arrive accompanied by a feeling, a thought, or even a strong intuition. In various cultures and religions, this phenomenon is believed to be a way for the spiritual world to communicate with those who have the sensitivity to perceive it. Spirits, angels, or even the universe itself may be trying to send a message, whether it's a warning, a confirmation, or a call to pay closer attention to what's happening around you. The problem is that most people ignore these signs, treating them as unimportant. If we look at Christian tradition, we see that many biblical accounts show how God and his messengers use subtle signs to communicate. In Spiritism, chills can indicate the presence of nearby spirits, while in shamanism, they can represent awakening a connection with ancestral forces. In Eastern philosophy, this sensation can be seen as an intensification of energy flow, indicating a moment of greater harmony with the universe. No matter which perspective you take, chills are not just a physical reaction. They are a reminder that something greater is manifesting. Who hasn't felt chills when hearing a soul-stirring song or walking into a place filled with energy? This happens because our body is like an antenna, picking up subtle vibrations that we don't always consciously understand. Chills can be a sign that something good is coming, or a warning to pay attention to what's happening around you. Ignoring them could be a mistake. The key is to develop the sensitivity to understand what these messages mean. So how do we correctly interpret these signs? The answer lies in the connection between the chill and what you were thinking, feeling, or doing. when it happened. A chill always comes with a context, and within that context lies the key to its interpretation. In the next section, we'll explore how to do this more effectively. Since ancient times, the Bible has mentioned physical signs that indicate the presence of the divine, and chills are one of them. In Job 4:15, for example, it is written, "A spirit glided past my face, and the hair on my body stood on end." This verse is one of the clearest biblical records of how a spiritual presence can be physically felt. Many people report that during intense prayer or when receiving a revelation, they feel chills, a sign that something beyond the visible is happening. In the story of Moses, when he ascended Mount Sinai to receive the Ten Commandments, the Bible describes a scene of thunder, lightning, and intense trembling. While it doesn't explicitly mention chills, it's evident that God's presence caused physical reactions in the environment and the people. This type of experience is also recorded in other passages, such as when the disciples felt a powerful impact when they were filled with the Holy Spirit. Today, chills may be a subtle yet powerful way to feel this presence. Many Christians testify that during worship services, moments of praise, or even while reading inspiring Bible passages, they experience chills along with a deep sense of peace or reverence. This kind of manifestation may be a divine touch, a sign that the Holy Spirit is working at that moment. However, discernment is needed to differentiate a spiritual chill from a fleeting emotion, as not every physical reaction has a supernatural meaning. If the Bible already mentions chills as a sign of spiritual connection, how can we learn to recognize and interpret them in our daily lives? The answer lies in developing greater sensitivity to notice when they occur and what message might be behind them. In the next section, we'll talk about exactly that, how to cultivate this sensitivity. Everyone notices the signs that the universe or the spiritual world sends. Spiritual sensitivity is a gift that can be developed, allowing a person to recognize when something beyond the physical is happening. Some people are naturally more sensitive, feeling chills, premonitions, or subtle changes in the energy of an environment. This happens because they have a more attuned connection to subtle dimensions, something that is often overlooked in the rush of daily life. This sensitivity can manifest in different ways. Some people feel the vibration of places and people, sensing whether an environment carries good or negative energy. Others have premonitory dreams or strong intuitions about certain situations. In some cases, chills can come as an immediate response to something being said, like a spiritual confirmation. If you've ever felt a chill when hearing a deep truth, you know exactly what we're talking about. But how can you develop this perception? The answer lies in spiritual practice. Prayer, meditation, and silence are powerful tools for training this connection. The more time you spend in tune with the divine, the easier it becomes to perceive its signs. Additionally, paying attention to your own body and the sensations it transmits is essential. A sudden chill may be a form of communication, but if you're not paying attention, it will go unnoticed. Becoming spiritually sensitive doesn't mean being vulnerable, it means being more aware. The problem is that not every chill carries a positive message. Some may be warnings. How do you tell the difference? In the next section, we'll talk about that. Not every chill has the same meaning. To understand the message behind this sensation, it's essential to observe the context in which it happens. Were you thinking about something specific? Did the environment feel different energetically? Did you feel peace or unease? These questions help differentiate a confirmation chill, which conveys something positive, from a warning chill, which may be a spiritual alert about something around you. Intuition plays a fundamental role in this process. Many times, when someone speaks a profound truth, we feel a chill run through our entire body, almost as if the spirit is agreeing with that message. This type of chill usually brings a sense of clarity, as if it were a validation sign. On the other hand, if the chills come with a shiver down your spine, discomfort, or a feeling of fear, it's important to stay alert. It could be a warning to leave a place, distance yourself from certain people, or even reconsider a decision. For those seeking to better interpret spiritual signs, keeping a journal can be an excellent tool. Writing down the moments when chills occur, what you were doing or thinking, and what emotions accompanied them can help reveal patterns and deepen your understanding of how your spiritual sensitivity manifests. Over time, you'll notice that chills are not random, but clear responses to specific situations and thoughts. But interpreting them is just the first step. Once you recognize a chill as a spiritual sign, what should you do with this information? How can you respond to these signs consciously and in alignment with spirituality? That's what we'll explore in the next section. Chills can serve as both a positive response and a warning that something is not right. Many times, we feel a strong chill when we're about to make an important decision, or when we hear something that deeply resonates. This type of sensation can be a spiritual confirmation, a sign that you're on the right path. It's as if the universe, God, or your spiritual guides are saying, yes, keep going. But not all chills indicate something good. In some cases, they come as a warning for you to be more aware. Have you ever walked into a place and suddenly felt a strange chill accompanied by discomfort? Or been near someone and sensed that something about their energy didn't feel right? This kind of chill is not just a physical reaction, but a spiritual defense mechanism. It may be indicating that there is a heavy energy around, that something is out of alignment, or that you need to protect yourself spiritually. Many people ignore these signs, but those who learn to recognize them can avoid negative situations. That's why it's important to develop spiritual discernment to differentiate a confirmation chill from a warning chill. If the chill comes with a feeling of peace, tranquility, or clarity, it's probably a positive validation. However, if it comes with tightness in the chest, fear, or a sense that something is wrong, it's a warning to proceed with caution. The key to interpreting these signs correctly lies in your connection with your intuition and spirituality. But once you receive a sign, whether it's a warning or a confirmation, how should you respond? The next section will show you what to do when you experience spiritual chills and how to act to strengthen your protection and divine connection. Feeling spiritual chills can be an intense experience, but what should you do after noticing this sign? The first step is to pause and pay attention to the moment. What were you thinking about? Where were you? What emotion accompanied the chill? These answers help determine whether it was a warning, a confirmation, or just a fleeting reaction. Don't ignore this sensation. It may be showing you something important. Prayer and meditation are essential tools for correctly interpreting these signs. If the chill came as a warning, ask for discernment to understand what needs to be avoided or resolved. If it was a confirmation, give thanks and seek further clarity on the path you should follow. Many people underestimate the power of simply quieting the mind and connecting with the divine, but it's in that space of stillness that the answers become most evident. Another important practice is paying attention to your own body and the emotions that arise. If chills come with a sense of peace and security, accept this message as a positive confirmation. But if they bring unease or fear, it's time to strengthen your spiritual protection. Maintaining habits like daily prayer, spiritual reading, and even energy-cleansing baths can help create a barrier against negative energies. This way, your sensitivity becomes an ally rather than a source of confusion. But if you want to deepen this connection even further and develop your spiritual perception continuously, there are practices that can help. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next. Spiritual sensitivity is not an exclusive gift for a select few. It can be trained and improved. For those who want to interpret spiritual signs more clearly, such as chills, it's essential to develop habits that enhance their connection with the divine. Spiritual reading is one of the first steps. Books like the Bible, The Power of Prayer by Stormy Omartian, and even works on energetic spirituality help expand awareness and understanding of how spiritual signs work. Another powerful practice is intentional prayer. It's not just about repeating words, but creating a moment of true connection with the universe or God. When done sincerely, prayer strengthens the spirit and opens the senses to perceive subtle messages. Fasting can also be a path to increase sensitivity, as slowing down the physical body allows the mind and spirit to become more receptive. Many biblical accounts show how fasting helped prophets hear the divine voice more clearly. Additionally, being in contact with nature can help balance energies and better perceive the signs around you. The silence of a walk outdoors or simply watching the sunset can be a gateway to receiving clearer insights. Guided meditation also aids in developing sensitivity, as it teaches you to listen to your intuition without external distractions. Those who practice regularly notice a significant improvement in their spiritual connection. However, developing this sensitivity also requires discernment. Not everything we feel is a spiritual message, and knowing how to distinguish a genuine intuition from an emotional impression is essential. How can we develop this discernment to avoid being misled by fleeting emotions? That's what we'll explore next. Developing spiritual sensitivity is important, but without discernment, it's easy to mistake passing emotions for divine signs. Not every chill means a spiritual message, just as not every intuition is a revelation. Discernment is what separates a true perception from a simple emotional state. Spiritually mature people understand that not every sensation should be followed blindly. It's necessary to test the signs, analyze them, and seek confirmation before making decisions based on them. One way to develop this discernment is by observing patterns. If chills always happen during moments of prayer or deep reflection, it's a strong indication that they are spiritual manifestations. But if they occur randomly and without context, they may just be physical reactions. Additionally, it's essential to compare the signs received with solid spiritual principles. If a chill comes with peace and clarity, it's probably a positive sign. If it brings fear and confusion, it might just be a fleeting emotion or a warning to seek more guidance before acting. Another crucial point is learning to filter external influences. Many people believe anything they feel without questioning, which can lead to misinterpretations. Not everything that seems spiritual actually is. Discernment also involves knowing how to differentiate between a true sensation and emotional manipulation. Some situations may cause chills simply because they stir our emotions, but that doesn't mean they are divine signs. Having spiritual discernment doesn't mean doubting the signs. It means understanding them clearly. When we learn to interpret these messages correctly, we make decisions that are more aligned with our purpose and avoid emotional traps. And this spiritual growth leads to something even greater, a profound transformation in how we connect with the divine and navigate our lives. In the next section, we'll see how this journey can change everything. When someone begins to develop their spiritual sensitivity and discernment, their life is never the same again. The signs that once went unnoticed become valuable guides, helping them make wiser decisions aligned with their purpose. The connection with the divine strengthens, bringing more clarity and confidence in the path ahead. Small details like a chill at the right moment start to be recognized as messages and spiritual confirmations rather than just random bodily reactions. Many people who awaken to this sensitivity report profound changes. They become more intuitive, learn to avoid situations that don't serve them, and begin to attract experiences and people who resonate on the same frequency. Personal transformation happens naturally because when you are more connected to the spiritual, your choices and behaviors also become more aligned. Fear and uncertainty diminish as trust in divine guidance grows stronger. But this journey requires commitment. It's not enough to simply notice the signs. You must act on them. If a chill warns you about something, take action. If a feeling of confirmation pushes you in a certain direction, move forward without fear. Spiritual growth doesn't happen overnight, but with each step taken, the connection deepens. Those who dedicate themselves to this transformation find that their lives take on a new meaning. And now, knowing all this, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep ignoring the signs, or will you start paying more attention? If the chills you feel are a calling, maybe it's time to listen and respond. And in the next step, I'll show you exactly how to begin this change. Now that you understand the true meaning of spiritual chills, the question remains, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue ignoring these signs, or will you start paying more attention to what the universe and the divine are trying to show you? Many people go through life without realizing they are being guided, while others learn to interpret these messages and completely transform their lives. Which group do you want to be in? If you've had experiences like this, share them in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. When was the last time you felt an unexplainable chill and sensed that something bigger was happening? Let's exchange experiences and learn together. And of course, if this content resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more content about spirituality and hidden signs around us. I'm sure that after this video, you'll never feel a chill the same way again. See you in the next one.